This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore.
Very mean. Directly out of Nordling tales. Inconceivable.
Hello and welcome. This is Sahara playing Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and we are in the opulent palace in Bizini.
Shame I have no time.
Yeah, well, we're just you just have to wait on me. I need to follow Chamberlain to the Emperor's waiting pier, or wherever he's waiting for me at, for our meeting. Anyway, so we ran across Yennefer in the White Orchard as soon as I killed the griffin, and we came right in here and we were pursued by the wild hunt. Yes, we were. It was quite exciting. Anyway, so let us go and meet the Emperor. Oh, he's the barber. I thought he was... Never mind. So where's Chamberlain at? Follow the Chamberlain. Oh, here he is.
Niet meer data.
We will be looting this place when we can. Are you having trouble going up the stairs, dude?
Grimmy eb art ketzer. Duiven aden in Karn eb Marvoet. Emlyr var Emreis.
Bow.
Your Imperial Majesty.
Arer eb the orde.
Veljen namen, wat gun favort. I thought you bowed before no man.
Didn't want to disappoint the Chamberlain. We're friends. Take it you didn't summon me to reminisce about the good old days, so...
Silence. My daughter Crilla, she's returned. And she's in danger. The Wild Hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
She's back?
Are you sure? Ciri left, went far, far away.
Do you believe I drag you here in the middle of a war to discuss a rumor?
I think anyone can be wrong, even an emperor.
I had forgotten how insolent you can be.
I forgot what a dick you can be.
I haven't the time to convince you, nor the desire. In fact, Yennefer will do that after the audience.
But why me?
How many men in your army? 20,000? 30? So why me?
You know why. Because she trusts you.
She trusts me, yes. So tell me why you're looking for her. Doubt it's about making up for all those lost years.
For reasons of state, as always.
You're gonna marry her off,
Enough
aren't
of
you?
This banter. You will agree regardless, if for no other reason than because I shall pay you more than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more.
Promises, promises. I need information, yeah.
I need information, not motivation. Ciri leaves few tracks. She'll be hard to find.
My corps of spies will help you. Count on them and my army, should the need arise. Yennefer will tell you the rest. This audience is finished. Mererid,
I do not like you.
take him to the sorceress.
So Ciri came back. Ciri was our fated child, our destined child. Destined child? Something like that. I remember from the Witcher movies.
Follow me, if the gentleman pleases.
So,
Please keep
Emry
close.
von
There are
Emrys.
many honorable guests in the palace, whom the
Ciri.
gentleman
Disgusts.
need not bother.
That is not what I wanted. I wanted characters. No, where's the character one? Wolves, specters. Here we are. So Ciri has been updated. Following age-old Witcher tradition. Yeah, I could also tell you she is Geralt's adopted daughter, but that would be a gross simplification anyway. So following age-old Witcher tradition, Geralt took Ciri to Crilla, where she came into his care. There he and Emlyr, because of it, she would one day have to hide from the entire world, even Geralt. Ciri's biography contained one more great secret. Her natural father was none other than the Emperor of Nilfgaard, Emlyr var Emrys. His words confirmed the fears swirling in Geralt's mind. Ciri had returned and was in mortal danger, for the unrelenting wild hunt was on her trail. Okay. And then... who is this guy? Morvar Borhis, commander of the Able Division, an officer of the highest rank and a pure-blooded aristocrat, one who with pride could call himself a Nilfgaardian, a designation reserved only for native-born inhabitants of the Empire's capital and its immediate surroundings. At the time of the first meeting, Geralt had no idea what an important person had been assigned the task of asking him a few routine questions. Knowing the Witcher, however, knowledge of Morvar's rank and status would not have made much of a difference. Do I get to talk to him, I guess? So, Emperor. Emlyr var Emrys. Few names in the continent's history arouses as much terror and respect as that of Emlyr var Emrys. Delhinu Aden von, whatever, that's how they, their language. The white flame dancing on the graves of his foes. Emperor of Nilfgaard, Lord of Niuna, Ibn, and whatever, sovereign of whatever. He was the ruler of half the civilized world and aspiring conqueror of the other half. He was a personage whose deeds and decisions shaped the fates of whole kingdoms and populations. What then could he possibly want of a simple Witcher? The Emperor clearly and succinctly laid out what he wanted. His daughter and Geralt's ward, Ciri, was in great danger, for the wild hunt was on her trail. Geralt, a superb tracker linked to Emlyr's daughter by the iron bonds of destiny, stood a better chance of finding her than anyone else in the world. And that's true. I would. So now I have to follow the Chamberlain again, do I?
Gloire en Eid Fame.
I'm coming. If we stay in this palace, I'm gonna get lost here, right?
And it's past noon.
Calm yourself.
What? Do you know who you're talking to, soldier? I'm Herivard II, a Witcher. Oh, that's just
Good.
perfect. Did you?
Well, those are candles. Who are you over here? Can I talk to you people? You and your diapers. We have a courier.
Gloire en Eid Fame.
What are you doing down there? Breaking up the... Okay. I'm coming.
Es ist sant. Es war Nordling.
Ja,
I figured we were going to this door.
Ratsliden,
Oh, nope. I was wrong. We're going to another door.
Es is hit F-side. F-finser nein Mathek. Nein Hotel.
Good.
Das Frage.
Wenn hart verkleedjen. Is het een wat kinderhart?
White hair, 2 swords.
Esse kleiti, hin leib reine gat, en selfe den gartfe. Esse plenten eplot matte, en selfe den sigjad hefet. Kaspa ken guvelede, tumeva, im herod kassi vandras.
The Emperor will soon bring in 100 slaves from the districts of, they'll tidy this place up, huh? Oh, we have stuff I can...
The gentleman will have time for a stroll later. Please stay with me.
A deserter from the Scoia tent.
A deserter from the Scoia'tael? Really? Who are you? Are you... Did that sound like...
Once the gentleman is
your
done,
Beth?
he should see me to retrieve his possessions.
No.
Meer data. Kies weg.
Once the gentleman is done, he should see me to retrieve his possessions.
Oh, should I?
Yes? Then transcribe. The true authority in Novigrad is not the city council or the merchants' guild, but the Church of the Eternal Fire and the criminal underworld. At times it is difficult to tell the one from the other. They both display a similar ruthlessness and cynicism that...
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
You know what? I'll write the report myself. You'll need only prepare a clean draft. In triplicate.
So, Pearls of the North. Pearls of the North, Novgard. Novgard? No one can claim to have traveled the northern realms who has not been in Novgard. If I were forced to list what during my many meanderings have made the greatest impression on me, it would be precisely this great and yet at the same time free city. A metropolis worthy of the empire, its only flaw is that the civilization Nilfgaard carries within her has not yet enlightened it. That is why hordes of reactionary cultists of the Eternal Fire dwell in the midst of its excellent buildings and superb commercial infrastructure. One feels as though superstition is how the local hierarchy and his temple guard cement their power over the city dwellers, and many they are to control, for the city counts no less than 30,000 of inhabitants. Wow. While strolling through the fabulous port surrounded by marvels of architecture, it is hard to imagine that centuries ago, Novigrad was a mere minor elven townstead. When the city fell into the hands of the Nordings, its problems grew exponentially, for as is well known, the people of the North could do a great many things, but peaceful and orderly cohabitation is not one of them, and that is so true. And so Novgard first belonged to Ridian and then fell under Temerian rule until finally, after endless compromises and bargains, it at last became a free city. But is the city truly free? I dare to doubt it. Riderian influence makes itself felt too strongly on every street corner, and the fact that the city is located within Rodevald's territory speaks for itself. While wandering the city streets, I came across 4 water mills, 8 banks, and nearly 19 pawn shops. There are also a great many houses of simple pleasures, such as taverns and brothels, and Novgard's commitment to matters of faith is borne witness to by the fact that the city contains no less than, I kid you not, 19 temples to the Eternal Fire. What more can be said? I think Novgard has all the makings of the capital of the world, and perhaps that is what it will one day become. First, however, someone needs to bring order to within her walls. Okay. And then we got a Sword of Witches. Did we already read this one? A sword for witches. Who are the hunters, you ask? Folk like you and yours, I reply. The decent kind, haters of lies, doers of good, the kind who live according to the gods' laws and nature. I think I already read this one. Who can join us? And yep, I did. What shall become of Tamaria? Tamaria, a land where milk and honey once flowed. In what did she wrong the gods that they should treat her so cruelly? The pearl of the north to some, she proved a galloping range for Nilfgaardian cavalry to others. As a country that survived 2 previous wars against the Empire, it was here that the war's bloodiest battles were fought. It was in Tamaria where their most bestial deeds were wrought. It was Tamaria civilians who bore the full brunt of these war horrors. And bear them we did, bravely and steadfastly, until the demise of our great protector, King Falstead. Then Providence turned its fickle face from Tamaria, murdered most treacherously. Falstead failed to leave Tamaria a worthy successor. That's true, he didn't. And so all manner of curse soon fell upon her, tearing her apart like so much carrion. She had no more allies then. None remembered that we had once been the armor protecting the north from the designs of the mad dancer, he who had the gravestones of his foes pounded into a ballroom floor. Wow! A free and independent Tamaria is no more. A dark-faced sun looms over her every rampart. Yet we Tamarians live on, and always will. As long as folk believe, the upserver who took our beloved capital of Azemia to treat as his property will forever peer over his shoulder in fear. For in the shadows lurks not one dagger, but the power of a nation of daggers, waiting to deal justice's blow. Interesting. I think that's all I could go. So I need to speak to you, do I?
What do you mean? Directly out of Nordling tales. Inconceivable.
A portrayal of the elder races. What is a non-human? The answer is simple. As the very name suggests, it is something which resembles, and yet nevertheless is not, a human. Though it walks on 2 legs, speaks a tongue similar to our own, and dresses in similar attire, it all the same has more in common with base beast than noble man. Wow. Dwarves are like moles. They feel best underground and avoid direct sunlight. They like to live in filth-out, forever smudging themselves in mud and slime. They love everything that can be found within the earth, rocks, metal, minerals of all shape and color. It is also said that, like their kindred moles, they feed most readily on worms, roaches, and other night crawlers. Really? Oh my god. Halflings, for their part, are more reminiscent of gophers, fat, lazy, and loud in their typical rodent way. Their minds are filled only with thoughts of food and drink, which they steal from other nobler beasts and greedily squirrel away in their hovels. They are marked by a cruel craftiness. You could be dying of hunger, and they would not share a meal with you. You could be howling from poverty, and they would be swimming in gold, and yet they would still fleece you to the last crown. You could do nothing but good to them, and they would still stab a knife in your back. Oh my gosh. Elves, in turn, seem related to the birds of prey that dwell in far-off Zerinkia. They care most for colored feathers. They would most readily spend all day staring at their reflections in the water and singing their own praises. They are so awash in self-love that they no longer feel any desire towards members of the opposite sex or of their own species. Their appearance, unquestionably pleasant to the eye, is highly misleading, for they are extraordinarily cruel, and any who judge them by looks alone, they first dupe and then kill in cold blood. The best proof of this? The so-called Squayatel, bandits that claim to fight for freedom, but in truth only long to kill humans. Well, that's true to a certain degree, but that's because humans kill them. All these vile so-called elder races are, to our great fortune slowly dying out. Joy fills the heart of every right-drinking man at the thought that his great-great-grandchildren will never know them, that in that day dwarves, halflings, and elves will be mere fairy tale characters used to scare young, impressionable children. Wow, and this is where the prejudice all comes from, right? There's Yennefer. Okay. I don't get to talk to you? No, I did.
A shame
No, I do not.
I have no time.
A shame I have no time.
Geralt, that tunic. You look positively smashing.
Dying to take it off.
Yeah.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. But we've matters to attend to.
Do we?
Now do you understand why I'm at Emlyr's court?
And seems we're in the same boat now. Ciri, she's really back? No chance he's mistaken?
Look, that's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
So there are agents now?
So they're our agents now? My, you've clearly settled in quick.
Geralt, don't twist my words. I know who Emlyr is. He started this war and its bloodshed. He had my friends killed. But I haven't any other choice. So please, let's not belabor the pros and cons and instead focus on finding Ciri. All right?
Right. Emlyr said the Wild Hunt's after her. I'd find that hard to believe before what happened yesterday. How did they track us down?
Because of me. You see, I've spent months searching for Ciri, using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything, really. I knew the Wild Hunt might sense it, perhaps even find me, but I thought I'd tricked them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting me, for some time. If not for you and Emlyr's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic, turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know. You must find her, Geralt, before the Wild Hunt does.
So what's the Wild Hunt want with Ciri?
The Wild Hunt? What could it want from Ciri?
I've no clue, Geralt. Might have written them to ask, but I don't have their address.
You don't have to be
I
flippant.
know as much as you do. It must be about her blood. Her gift. As for what the Hunt wishes to do with that gift, I'd prefer not to think about it, really.
So where is Ciri?
So where's Ciri been seen, exactly?
In two places. Velen and Novigrad. The trail in Velen is most promising. You should make that your first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. He should get in touch with you.
That's it? No passwords? Secret
Secret
handshakes?
handshakes.
None. Sorry to spoil your fun. Your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade. All we have in Novigrad are unconfirmed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of our mutual acquaintance. Triss Merigold. Apparently she's got a cozy flat on the main square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you? What will you do?
I shall sail for Skellige. There was a magic explosion there recently, blew half a forest down. I believe this had something to do with Ciri. I'll be in Caer Trold. Join me there once you've learned something.
So, the Emperor told us that he doesn't go up with rumors, but she just said that all they're hearing are rumors, right? Yeah, before we part, why didn't you contact me earlier?
One thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me? Didn't need me? Didn't even want to see me?
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
Ken, I'd lost my memory.
Really? That's your excuse? Let's drop it, all right? It's not what you think, or it helped me understand how much I love you. I don't wish to hear it. any of it.
He did lose his memory, though. I mean, we did lose our memory. We didn't even know who you were. And there's always been a thing between, you know, him and Triss, too, right? Triangle.
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand. Clock's ticking.
It is indeed. So why don't I teleport you to Velen, get you there at once?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback, as soon as I can get changed.
Have it your way? Oh, and you really look quite dashing in black velvet.
Think so? Maybe I can have some of my armor lined with it. Good luck, Yen.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you and Vesemir roamed the wilderness, talk to Ambassador Varatra. That's him over there. And Geralt, I know it's wartime, but try not to be a hero, all right? Just check those leads and come back to me, in one piece. I shall be waiting.
Triss Marigold. There she goes, off on her own. So glossary, characters. Ciri got updated again. Yennefer made it clear why the Wild Hunt wanted Ciri. Eredin wanted the power talent in her elder blood. She also let Geralt know that Ciri had been seen in war-ravaged Velen as well as in Norvigard, the largest city in the world. And then Hendrix. Considering the way spy corps of all stripes tend to function, Hendrix was undoubtedly not this man's real name. Nevertheless, that was the only appellation the Witcher knew for his Imperial Majesty's nose to the ground in Velen. After asking around, Geralt learned a Hendrix lived in the village of Heatherton. Well, I haven't been there yet. Triss Marigold. She looks about the same. Yeah, she looks very similar to last game. I always considered it a point of particular pride to count Triss Marigold of Maribor among my closest and dearest friends. This exceptionally talented sorceress was a shining star of her profession, the former mage advisor to King Foltest, and a famous hero of the Battle of Sodden, known as the 14th of the Hill. Yet in no way did she resemble her often unbearably haughty sisters in magic. Her deft mind, warm smile, and considerable personal charm had always won over even the hardest of hearts. Though my personal reactions with Triss never ventured beyond the paternal, Geralt of Rivia at one point found her allure irresistible. From then on, the two shared feelings that ran far deeper than a superficial and fleeting fancy. Yennefer told Geralt that Triss had recently taken up residence in the free city of Novigrad. Okay. So we're increasing those. Alright, so our journal. Imperial audience. Retrieve your equipment from the Chamberlain. Girl, okay. But I need to get more information. So she who knows. Folks say there were four at first. The mother, she who knows, the lady of the wood. Okay, folks say there were four at first. The mother, she who knows, the lady of the wood, came here from a faraway land, and since she suffered terribly from loneliness, she made three daughters out of dirt and water. A long, long time ago, the mother was sole ruler of all of Velen. Her daughters brought her the people's requests and served as her voice. Each spring, sacrifices of grain, animals, and men were made to the Lady of the Wood on her special night. Yet as the years passed, the Lady of the Wood slipped deeper and deeper into madness. Her madness eventually spread over the land. Men took to abandoning their homes and setting out into the bog, where they became food for beasts. Before long, Velen was drowning in blood. The daughters saw their land nearing destruction and took it upon themselves to save it. When spring came once more, and with it the night of sacrifices, they killed their mother and buried her in the bog. Her blood watered the oak atop Ard-Seren, and from then on the tree grew wholesome and hearty fruit for the people. As for the lady's immortal soul, it refused to leave its beloved land, and so the sisters imprisoned it. To this day it lies trapped beneath the whispering hillock, where it thrashes about in powerless rage. Is this something we're gonna have to fight? What else can I... What's over here? More books? Dried herbs. Aha. Letter found in Universe chest. Letter found in Universe chest. My dear friend, if you're reading this, it means you found the chest I mentioned in my previous letter. You'll please to know its contents belong to you. After I spoke with the Emperor regarding additional resources to aid in your quest, he was willing to part with these items from his personal collection. Although he was stubbornly cryptic regarding their origins, he did mention they were diplomatic gifts from distant kingdoms. The tiger armor is specifically designed to suit a Western ruler, obviously Emlyr in this case. It was forged in the ancient style of a blacksmith who stole the secrets of its construction from their gods, or so the legend goes. The swords to my eye resemble a Renarian saber, though I'm no expert. These blades supposedly once belonged to a hero of myth and mystery. The man forged a pact with a vixen spirit, and through her blessing was granted the ability to slay the monsters that had long plagued his village. As you'll notice, he carried both a steel and silver sword, a fact I thought might pique your interest. Unfortunately, legends are all I can offer. As I said, Emlyr was stingy with the details, even more so than usual. It's a shame because I must admit I haven't the faintest idea where they might originate. That being said, I do believe Zercania in offer can safely be ruled out. Dear friend, I trust you will appreciate my efforts to help. Use these gifts as you see fit. I hope they will hasten your search for the witch we have lost. Your friend, Yennefer. Instead of just saying like beloved or love, whatever. Calorie boots. Okay, so did she give me something? I can't do that here? Okay. So I have to check my inventory some other time. A sword for witchers. Well, I already got that one. I don't need it. The Last Wish. Human life requires three things for its substance: food, drink, and gossip. It is thus no wonder that no matter where I travel, be it Icebound, Provis, or Evergreen Toussaint, everyone asks me about the passions that bind Geralt and the sorceress Yennefer of Vengenberg. As a man both cautious and discreet, I refuse to betray their secrets, with one important exception. The history of their first encounter is so extraordinary, so romantic and moving, that it would be a veritable crime to hide its light beneath a bushel basket. Indeed, had I not witnessed these events in person, I would never believe there was room in our grim and dark world for such fantastic marvels. It all began when Geralt and I were feeling a bit peckish and, unburdened by heavy coin pouches, decided to fish our supper out of a lake. No bites were to be had, but we did not leave empty-handed. My hook snagged quite a lovely little pot. Oblivious to my friend's warnings, I opened it, and in doing so, I freed a powerful genie. Genie. Without giving him much thought, I set about proclaiming my wishes. Before I could get to 3, however, the genie, irritated, I see now in hindsight, at being issued demands so soon after waking, began to throttle me. Geralt was able to drive them off, but I was left in a sorry state. I acted, the Witcher told me later, as though under the influence of some curse. Clearly, the help of an expert in the magic arcana would be needed. It was our good fortune that Yennefer happened to be staying in a nearby village. Geralt went to her to ask that she heal his best friend, who happened also to be the brightest star in the Norse poetic firmament. Yennefer, however, was more interested in the genie, which she wanted to trap into magic servitude, than in his victim, and, it should be said, played the Witcher like a well-strung mandolin. Yet, rather than grow angry at being used in such a calculating manner, he fell white head over muddy boots in love with her. What happened next? What happened then? Well, I won't go into details. Suffice to say that Yennefer's plans hardly delighted the genie, and without his cooperation, she proved unable to tame it. The sorceress would surely have met a tragic end and taken all of Rind along with her, had Geralt not rushed to her rescue. For once, he did not need to draw either of his blades. To send the genie packing, he had but to pronounce the third and final wish. He could have asked for anything, wealth, fame, power, but instead he asked the genie to bind his fate to that of the arrogant yet intriguing sorceress from Begenberg. Jeppin Alfred Weisskott, born an award-winning poet, playwright, and troubadour, frequent performer at the courts of... Oh, okay, so this is his account of what happened. Okay. Apple juice. The collected verses of... I'll take it, but I don't think I'm going to read it. No. Oh, it's just a little bit. Love. To love is to build a house of cards or play a game of chess. But one wrong word or ill-thought move and you must start it all afresh. Tide. Whenever I watch the tide recede, cold coils of fear grip round my heart. Would the seas sneak back, calm and sure, in the dark night as they have before? Or will they stay on distant shores, leaving crushed shells and washed up dreams as memory of surfs of yore? That's all he had? Okay, whatever. So I need to go talk to... Oh, we got this down here. So that's her. That's a picture of her, of Ciri.
Scars healed nicely.
Why are these on the ground? I already do that one. Rusty bread knife. Am I going to need a rusty bread knife? So why are these books on the floor? Oh, that's right, I already did that one. I didn't want it. The Wild Hunt. Did I ever read The Wild Hunt? From farmers and herdsmen, milkmaids to midwives, all the common folk of the common whisper, sharing ideas of a wrathfully procession pounding across the sky, the Wild Hunt, they call it. Winds and gales, storms and blizzards arise when it is sighted, and all grows cold, though the sun shone bright moments before. Some remember only the cold from the shock of the encounter, and claim the riders come always in winter. But nay, this is not so. The hunt brings its own ice. Death and war gallop in its wake, or so the superstition goes. Yet evil enough is the hunt itself. It takes folk captive, youths most often, in the prime of their winding years, with 10 to 20 summers behind them. The hunt rushes in and they disappear, only to return long years later with no memory of what passed in the time between. And that is true. Their memory is gone. Royal lineages of the North. Heirs to the throne of... A shipwreck occurred during a journey which took the lives of the Serenity's further upbringing was then entrusted to her grandmother. That's right. In 2060, afraid of the looming Nilfgaardian threat, the queen sent Ciri to the court of King where the heiress was to marry the heir to the throne of... Yes, I remember all this from the movie. Though allying with Burden and gaining the aid of that realm's army was at the time top priority, no marriage ever occurred, and Ciri returned to her grandmother's court. Okay. So, kind of updating people. Alright. Okay, so I need to talk to him. I think he's in the next room, right?
Ambassador Varatra, Yennefer suggested I ask you about current events, the war and so on.
Of course. The Emperor's servants should keep no secrets from each other. If you will, let us approach the map.
Okay. So, how's the war going?
How's the war going? I mean, apart from the fact that Nilfgaard's triumph is imminent.
I assume this to be a private conversation. We've no witnesses, so let's dispense with the propaganda, even that shrouded in irony. Our offensive was going splendidly until winter came. Edirn was in such disarray that we encountered no resistance. We had reached the Pontar before the first snows. Only a weakened Kedwen remained, and Radovid's Redania, which had ignored the rest of the North's pleas for help. We thought they'd sue for peace, perhaps even submit to vassalization. We waited for spring, certain of victory.
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoys, nor did he advance on our positions. Instead, he trudged over the snow-bound Kestrel Mountains and attacked Kedwen, his ally.
What?
This attack took the Kedweni by surprise. They were still mourning the loss of their king. Rudderless and dejected, they laid down their arms after a few lost skirmishes and joined Radovid. And so by spring, instead of 2 weak enemies, we had only one powerful one.
So, he took the upper hand and combined their forces.
What about Kavir?
Kavir values its neutrality, enough not to lend its armies, or more importantly, even its coin to either side. Returning to the war, this spring there was a massive battle in the marshes of Velen. Massive, yet indecisive. Both sides suffered enormous losses, unprecedented even. Radovid has retreated across the Pontar. He's safe for now, until reinforcements arrive from the south. Then Emperor Emlyr var Emrys will deal with him once and for all.
Couldn't you just go home? Save everyone a lot of marching, not to mention a few human lives.
I'm afraid the stakes are too high to fold now. We can only go all in.
So what's the situation in Belian?
How do things look in Velen?
As bad as ever. Perhaps worse. This land never flowed with milk and honey, and now it flows with blood. Armies have swept through it several times, trampling fields, looting granaries, burning villages. Famine grips the populace.
So how's ruling that earthly paradise going for you?
Not well, to be honest. Our forces are spread thin as it is, and Velen is chiefly swampy forests that are difficult to control. We've had several patrols never return to their camps. Thus, we've temporarily delegated authority in this region to a certain Nordling, a former low-ranking officer in the Temerian army, one Philip Strenger, better known by his nom de guerre, the Bloody Baron. I advise you well, avoid him.
The Bloody Baron, huh? So, what's new in Novigrad?
Any news from Novigrad?
Novigrad.
Is the free city still free?
Yes, although everyone knows this won't last. Radovid is in Oxenfurt, and the Emperor is here in Vizima, at Novigrad's doorstep, both. And both require coin and ships. Novigrad can provide these. Which is why the mood in the city is rather, well, on edge.
Meaning?
How do men deal with fear? They seek reassurance and scapegoats. The Church of the Eternal Fire understands this perfectly, and so it promises to improve the lives of its flock by pointing out the guilty. Who started the war? Who profits from it? Why, it's obvious. Mages, elves, dwarves, in a word, any and all deviants. I've been stationed in Novigrad for 13 years. First as a consul, then as ambassador. I've seen a great deal. Cruelty, cynicism, greed. But what is happening there now concerns me greatly.
Because they're wiping out all subspecies, right? So, what's the latest from Skellige?
What's new in Skellige?
Skellige.
Nothing. The islanders pride themselves on that, don't they? Doing everything according to tradition, as their forefathers did. And like their forefathers, they quarrel with each other, pillage, occasionally attack our transports. This is cumbersome, but nothing more. Skellige has always been a footnote to history, and so it shall remain.
Sound awfully confident. What if King Bran manages to unite the Jarls? Lead all the clans against your fleet?
King Bran is a feeble old man. From what I know, he barely remembers the names of his own vassals. Uniting all might prove difficult.
Okay, well, thanks for your help.
Thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. May the great sun light your path.
So what is my quest? Retrieve your equipment from the Chamberlain. Oops, sorry. Didn't know you were there. Okay, the Chamberlain. So where is the Chamberlain? Quest available. A new quest is available at this location. Oh. Okay, so the Chamberlain is on the other side of the door. But we have a quest. Where? Am I looking at it wrong? Of course I am.
How might I serve the gentleman?
By returning my things.
Citrus and cloves. The fragrance will keep the gentleman's robes fresh somewhat longer.
Thanks, bunches.
The Emperor is not known for his patience. He wants his daughter back safe and sound, as soon as possible.
Yeah, mentioned something of the sort. So long.
Okay, so quest updated. Completed. Okay, so we have a Hanged Man's Tree, a new marker. New marker, Royal Palace in Vizima. To switch to the continent view, press middle. Okay. Oh, so we have a fast travel now here. So this is our quest. Can we just get that off of there?
Is it true? Northern women bathe but once
You guys all say the same thing.
Okay.
Alright. So the quest marker is over here. You?
Nordling?
Nope, not you. You? Oh. I don't want to play.
See you.
I guess that's it. Yep. Do I want to play him or not? To pay, so bad, choosing them out using, yeah, okay. Alright. Let's try this. Welcome to the Gwent Deck Builder. Gwent players use their own customized decks. Use this panel to manage your decks. Huh? I don't think I even want to do this, do I? Okay. Can I just cancel out of this? No, I can't. So I got Zoltan. Your collection, all the cards you own, which can be used with the Falcon shown here. Cards in deck. Cards currently in the factions deck appear here. I guess I'm gonna lose, and I know that. Not enough unit cards. I don't have enough cards. Because I haven't been buying any. Are you sure you want to forfeit? Yes. At least I took that off the marker. Okay, so... Alright, this takes me out to the world view. So where am I supposed to go? One time home of the kings of Tamara, currently occupied by Nilfgaard. Travel to the... Alright, so how do I travel there? So here's my Wild Tiger of the West armor, required level 11. Wow. Okay, so these are the ones that I just got. There we go. Am I traveling? And then I have a feeling all my weapons, where are my weapons at? Do I still have them? No, they're all empty. They're gone. What happened to all my weapons? Okay, there they are. Okay. So how do I get out of here? Do I use the map? I'm supposed to travel to... Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is where I'm supposed to go to. But can I travel? Can I move around the castle, I wonder? Or am I kind of stuck here?
What?
This is all I'm going to see.
Yes, hen as queen.
That's the Chamberlain.
Keeshwish. Karen, Bakelm.
Locked. Yeah, I'm not able to go anywhere, so it looks like this is it. Okay. So to the world map we go, and we go here. Open region. Aha, Hangman's Tree. Here we go. Let's take a look at this map. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. Look at all the notice boards. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be busy here. Oh my god. We thought the White Orchard was huge. Look at all the notice boards. Okay. That reminds me of Dragon Age Inquisition in the hinterlands. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close down this episode. When we come back, we're going to go to the Hangman's Tree. So if you're enjoying, click like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Sahara out.